It's Tuesday, March something, and happy St. Patty's Day. And in honor of Mr. Patty, I have a sacrificial corned beef that I'm going to destroy. Stay tuned. Now this is a small corned beef round, a shade over 2.5 pounds. It's been thoroughly rinsed. I'm going to bake it, but I'm going to do it slightly different this time than I have before. Call it an experiment. The first and most painful part is pouring in a sacrificial beer. Yeah, the whole 12 ounces. And now take the packet of seasonings that comes with it, sprinkle it in, and then add a little extra, some crushed up bay leaf, come out of there, and some more crushed black pepper. And just for grins, because I want to, sprinkle a little granulated garlic over the top of this puppy. Now cover it with aluminum foil, seal it up tightly. And stick it in a 325-degree oven for about an hour per pound. So we're looking at about 2.5 hours for this one. Bye. Have a nice day now. Meanwhile, of course, we must have cabbage and the obligatory Irish potatoes. Obviously, for me, I'm not going to do the entire head of cabbage all in one shot. Tough little bugger. Yeah, that ought to do. Or maybe I'll just go ahead and do half of it. Just cutting it in wedges. And now to make it interesting, I'm going to add some smoked pork. That I smoked and froze a while back. There's a piece of bone in there. Alright. We'll just rip it apart. And sample it. Make sure it's good. Yep. Now we'll throw all this in a pan. get too crowded. I'm going to leave one of these out. Add the potatoes. And a healthy, teaspoon, 2 teaspoons of caraway seed. Out of there. Another teaspoon or so, hello, geez, almost out, of celery seed. And a couple of heaping teaspoons of salt. And then cover it with water. Or cover as much as possible. It'll cook down. We'll put this on, bring it up to a boil, and let it cook for about a half hour. What? What do you want? You don't even like corned beef. Go catch a lizard or something. Yeah, I'm talking to you. And now to mix up a glaze for the corned beef. There's about 1/4 cup of brown sugar in there. Adding about 1/3 cup of your particular favorite mustard. That's a Dijon. About 1/4 cup of honey. And mix this all together. And when it looks something like this, carefully, quiet, very carefully uncover the corned beef because it's really steamy. What? Go eat your treats. Yeah. And brush on some of the glaze. Now this will go back in the oven for another half hour at 375. Pulling it out and basting it every 10 minutes. We'll be back. Now I've had it out once, flipped it over, glazed it on the other side, and of course forgot to push the record button. But at any rate, we're now at 20 minutes. Flipping it back over and glazing it again. Trying to be thorough and at the same time trying not to slop it all over everything. And back in the oven for 10 more minutes. And done. And now comes the hard part. Wrap this puppy up and let it rest for about a half hour. Theoretically it's supposed to be for an hour, but that ain't gonna happen. I'll hold off as long as I can. Okay. I've made it 25 minutes and that's as far as I go. Time to break into this thing. Oh my goodness. Oh, that's good. Slice it across the grain and really thin. And lots of it. Gimme. Oh, God, that's good. Ooh. Add potatoes, a little butter, sprinkling of Italian parsley, some cabbage. Might as well throw some parsley on there too. Why not? Poof. And this glaze is so good. I'm just going to drizzle some right across the corned beef. Pretend the beer is green. And happy St. Patty's Day.